Anthony from HashesNet here. We're testing some new software for a new channel and just trying to figure out the integration part of it. This is the raw feed as we see, and right now we're focusing on some storms in New Laredo here in the Mexican border, and then the Amarillo, what's it? Texas. As you might be hearing, there's an alarm, and it's focusing on right here, which says that there's a severe thunderstorm watch and a severe thunderstorm warning, and then it gives us the feed out of what is going on, and quickly pan in to see the camera, but you can't, like, you have to have permission to, like, long-term look at a camera, I guess, because it'll, like, show something like this, where it says, not for broadcast without owner permission. So I have to assume that means that we can't long-form watch it. So, I mean, you can see it's windy and Killeen, Texas, but at that point it's considered fair use, I assume, because I'm not sticking around. And so we're just taking a look at it. It's CPU heavy. It's very weird. I'm getting 60% usage in the CPU here. I was kind of hoping it would go on the GPU. The GPU is barely being used right now. But yeah, this is a fairly CPU heavy program. And I don't know if it's the combination of it being attached to... I use XSplit to broadcast. I assume others would actively use OBS as the more popular option, but OBS is, as far as I'm concerned, less customizationable, but there is a lot more features if you know how to get around it. Because XSplit relies heavily on plugins, where OBS is kind of like make your own fun. That's my opinion. Other people, I've been told, see it otherwise, but I personally don't. I tried OBS, and I may have to explore OBS for this if I can figure out the whole plugin situation. But like right now, this is pretty much severe thunderstorm. There's a tornado watches here and stuff. So, I mean, it's a smiley face. There's a... I've forgotten how to get out of this. Wow, left click and right click. Anyway, it's moving this way. Oh, that's right. It's this top thing up here. Exit out of that. Oh. So you can zoom in pretty big. Laredo. I guess technically it's on the border, so it's Laredo, Texas, and New Laredo on the one side and versus the other. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't like clear that up at all. And then, of course, there is this storm here in Fredericksburg. Yeah, these are just severe thunderstorms. Because you'll see like these yellow boxes here. That's the storm area. And if I click at like middle of nowhere, and then nothing will pop up. That's how I know there's no storm boxes. Though I will, like, you can see these colors here, so there's nothing. You rely on the lines to see it. Let's scoop out. So you can see all the cameras. There are a lot of university and stuff. Over here in Columbus area, this is the EMA, and you can see it's raining. It's actually raining kind of sideways. There's some lightning. This is Warren County, Ohio, Franklin Township. And this is from the Emergency Management Association, or Emergency Management Agency. So this is like on top of the building, I assume. But you can see And it just stopped. Oh, then it goes again. Is that me or does it look slushy? It's water, but I mean, let's actually zoom in there. Yeah, because I don't think. Yeah, because Franklin County is Cincinnati. Yeah, it doesn't have any warnings or watches. I'm doing like a 30 frames thing. But anyway, the new channel, you can find it in our featured channels list on the front of the page is Storm Chaser Neo or Northeastern Ohio, because we are in the Cleveland area. And there is... Okay, now the rain's coming straight down. This is Turtle Creek Township. Oh, they have a bunch of little ones. Which one is this one? Okay, this is the one we were looking at before, Franklin Township, and this one's sideways. So, yeah, just regular, good old-fashioned thunderstorm. This is some flooding. More flooding. Zoom out a little bit. Because this is the Mississippi River here. And that is a firefly, I assume. Okay. Here near east of Albuquerque, ping pong size hail. Okay. See if we can near Clovis. Okay, that's fun. So it's at least a day before we can broadcast on the correct channel, because that's the way YouTube works. Hopefully by then I'll figure out the back end for this stuff here. And then maybe a way to get the processing to move to the more powerful processor. And you can see the coordinates on my cursor right here. These are just the tools. I'm doing 30 frames. I'm assuming if I did any more, the CPU usage would go up quite a bit more. I did notice it kind of ramp up when I was doing the max, which is like, like 250 frames. So I think 30 frames is a nice sweet spot. It gives you the last half a minute to minute. I don't know, it's every 2 seconds or every 5 seconds, and then maybe the last 2.5 minutes of coverage. I don't know. That's from moving very fast, but that's only 2.5 minutes. However, they determined 30 frames to be, because somewhere I think it said 5 seconds they refresh, but then everything refreshes differently. I guess I don't know. So those of you who are watching on Twitch and the YouTube channel, any thoughts? Let me know, because obviously we're not going to cover simply Northeastern Ohio, although that would be the priority. It would be anything where there's interesting weather we would quickly move to. So there's this thing here that shows all the alerts, and we got 8 thunderstorm warnings, and it tells you exactly where they are. And then there's the watches. Flash flood, of course, these are the ones along the Mississippi. Oh no, wait, Colorado? These are in Texas. Well, it must be where it's raining now. Special weather statement. And then thunderstorm watches. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Not quite sure. At least a website. I'm not clicking on that. But whenever something new pops up and there's a little alert, you might be able to hear. When I started, there was one shortly afterwards for New Laredo, Nuevo Laredo, as it were. And there are no cameras down there. Yeah, so severe thunderstorm watch and warning. Down here it's just a watch. It's weird the colors seem to be inverted in this case, Usually red is the worst one, but I think maybe the lighter. I don't know. Zoom out. So apparently there is a network being built, hence all these cameras everywhere. And for any like long-term viewing, you have to license. So I'm thinking about contacting a nearby weather chaser, and I'll have to look into some other ones. But yeah, you see a little bit of cloudage over here. But this is where the interesting is. Considerable damage threat. Still ping pong size hail. Albuquerque just popped in my head. You know, Weird Al song. Albuquerque. Kirky. A-L-B-E. Kirky. Anyway. It's pretty much that. So I'm going to mute the mic here and let this kind of roll for a few while I continue looking up things. So we learned that frame count really does matter, and having the camera play over and over again does make the image take up more processing power. Which obviously, my brain was like, well, wouldn't it catch it into RAM until the next refresh? Because obviously the satellites have to go 360 degrees to catch up everything. Then it loads a full image, and then you should get the updated. But this is a live thing, so I guess it doesn't necessarily do that. So as I go through this, there's different settings that you attempt to get, and of course, on here I'm using a setting where the white is kind of like moisture, and the red, of course, is the most severe weather. And I'm actually going to switch this back to 7. I think I'm going to switch to processing amount. It's a GPU. Yeah, next time I try this, because I won't be able to use the new channel until after midnight tomorrow, which it's now Wednesday, so I assume Thursday, and we'll see how that goes. But here is what the radar looks like on a 7 frame setup. And of course, whenever the weather radars go all the way around, and then it'll update, and I'll get something a little different. Because there are other like satellite coloring setups. Certain, how do I explain this? Let's see if this is it. No, that's not it. Is it this one? Oh, here it is. Maybe not. Is it this one? Is it this one? No. One of these. It's not this one, is it? No. Exit. Heck. You learn something once and you right away forget it. I thought it was color tables. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, so tables 1 through like 4, if I switch to that, we're supposed to change something. Oh, anyway, I like the default. We're kind of like later in the night, so okay, here it is. It's the one down here. So I there's like an option to have these all like mass in here, and like, let's not do that. Although now I'm kind of wondering where the setting is to have it tell you in voice. Let's see. because this is for future casting. Bloop. And not that one. Yeah, because animation speed's minimum. This is kind of like reminds me of the local weather channel. So far that setting is pretty decent. No, not this one. Fahrenheit knots. Yeah. No, it's not this one. Is it this one? I thought it wasn't this one. Huh. Oh, maybe it's... No, it's not down there. No, it's not that. Because you can even pull out, like, power outages and stuff. What I was trying to figure out... Oh, and also define all the spotters in the area. Because, like, if you turn this on... And then a whole bunch of dots pop up of, where spotters are. And then you can determine how long ago said spotting has occurred. But I think that's another thing that takes up some processing, so we're not going to do that. Lightning detection. It lets me know within the last... I figured 15 minutes is a nice medium. And there was this color thing when I'm like, I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see. As I scratch my ear. Is it this one? Weather alerts. That's what I'm looking for. So this pops up all of the warnings and alerts. And apparently there are options here. We'll just do the company. I mean, I paid them enough money. I feel like this is the appropriate resource. You decide if you want them on and then what type of announcement you want. And then there is an additional, if because you use the cell phone, you got to get the cell phone because it has to tie into this. Then you can do desktop notifications and desktop sound alerts. And then, of course, you can customize for location here. I feel like the desktop notifications might be useful. I didn't define them before, but now I'm like, well, maybe I should. That way when something pops up, I can know where to go to, but then I have it set where it blinks, and I can find it right away, so maybe something to play with later. But yeah, that was just a thought off the top of my head. And yeah, so I've been at this for about 48 minutes, and I think I've determined I'm going to switch to GPU processing on the next time through. And then there is a weather chaser in the Pennsylvania area I think I'm going to hit up, mainly to see if he would be interested in doing something interesting. Although it's more like incorporate his live stream, and then in turn he helps promote us, and then we do a cylindrical thing. I don't know. It's just something I've been popping in my head. The guy's up and coming, so we'd both be new. He literally started last week or this week or something like that. So I feel like we're both at the same level of start point for it. And I'm kind of rambling because I'm trying to get to the hour mark. And I'm as I am like exploring other options here, I realize I need to make a logo and a box, and like I need to do a thing for this particular setup. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Who knows? But we'll play the music while I am editing video or something. I'm going to edit some graphics, I think, because I feel like I want to do something. I'm just not quite sure into what level, because I can switch different screens. I don't know. Anyway, back to music. It's some classical Schubert, so enjoy that. Alrighty. Made it over an hour. I'm going to continue working on this. It doesn't look like anything major is happening. If we scroll out here, oop, a little too far. But as you see, the last of it's about to leave the country. And there's a little bit over here in Canada, but nothing severe. And then over here in Ohio, again, nothing too severe. So we'll play with this around, and then hopefully on Thursday we will be able to go actually live and see how things play out. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to search for Storm Chaser Neo. That is the new channel. You can actually find it on this channel and the other H&E channels in the featured button, and it'll just take you right there. Thanks.